do want to tell the ladies in the room that the first step to a successful sweep chapter is choosing a winning team. I really would like to share the statistics of the students that participated in 2022. And in particular, this was the recruitment event. So SWEEP was a new society on campus and no one knew about SWEEP. So the first email that we communicated to the students, and we received over 110 students that were interested in knowing more about what is SWEEP about. Tell us more, Adli and the team. And really, we received majority of the students that showed interest were the ones from South Campus. And in particular, the Faculty of Business and Economic Sciences. So it's all the students that are interested in business management and economics really did show interest in knowing more about SWEEP. So the recruitment event was one of our first events that we hosted simply because we wanted to share more information about SWEEP and how are we going to operate in the following months. Because now students were interested in SWEEP, and we had ladies and we didn't know how to structure our team. We didn't really know our strengths and weaknesses. So we really had to ensure that everyone is placed in a position where they can execute their strengths so that the SWEEP chapter can be a success. Obviously, I was the chairperson, and my role was to oversee the duties, that everything is effective, everyone is doing their tasks, and we host successful and vibrant and also informative events. So I worked closely with the deputy chairperson. At that time, it was Monelisa Mapapu, and also I worked very closely with the secretary. We had a recruitment officer, which is really a new role that we created, inverted comma, from the SWEEP chapter. And the role of a recruitment officer is to really recruit members on campus. So your recruitment officer, this is a quick tip, that they should be an extrovert. They should go around campus and tell everyone about SWEEP. And in that case, it was Felicia. So Felicia would go to events all around Gqeberha to tell people about SWEEP. And we used mediums of communications that we had on campus, such as the radio station, Instagram, social media, so that students can know about SWEEP. And yes, so the recruitment officer worked hand in hand with the secretary, because after they've recruited these students, they would have to submit the membership forms to the secretary, and the treasurer also had to ensure that the money that we have in our account reflects the number of students that have signed up for our society. So it wasn't for free to join. We charged a membership fee of 50 Rand, but you are more than welcome, depending on your geographical area, how much do you want to charge? Because that money that we had, we used it for our events. So there's nothing for free. You need to charge a membership fee, just a tip. We also had our events officer who worked hand in hand with the public relations officer. So everything that we did, we worked as a collective team. There was no position that operated in silo. We all needed each other. Hence, that's why I included the superwoman. We were a team of superwomen, making sure that everything is running. And these are one of the highlights from the SWEEP chapter executives. And one of them said that my highlight is when I launched SWEEP at the Lekgotla. It made me feel accomplished. And yes, that is very true. And one of the executives said that dealing with the challenges head on with the intentions to build always makes the working relationship and bond stronger and better. And I can agree to that our bond and our relationship, working relationship, grew stronger and stronger. And my personal highlight really was when the SWEEP chapter donated over 100 sanitary towels to a local school in Gqeberha. And really, this was a marketing strategy to say, you know what, we're already in university, but we want you to come to university. Although you're now in high school, we want you to come to university. And when you do come to university, you need to know that you have a group of sisters that will look out for you as well. So yes, those were one of our highlights. So we had a great time as a SWEEP chapter executive. So we started off as a team of 7 executive ladies, and for 2023, we invited the broader students to apply to become SWEEP chapter executives. We received an overwhelming application of 105 students that wanted to be part of the SWEEP chapter executive. We have noted that majority of these students are starting their second year this year. So second year students and third year students are really interested in learning and also being part of a SWEEP student chapter and making sure that they have the leadership skills that they need. I currently have load shedding. Please do confirm if I'm still connected. I'm okay. Thank you. Hooray.
All right.
All right, thank you. I thought that it would be of interest to share these statistics so that you know the demographics of the students that are interested in SWEEP, which most of them are really second years and third years. We have also noted that these students that are interested in SWEEP or that want to be part of the SWEEP executive, only 28 of them are entrepreneurs, but majority of these students are aspiring entrepreneurs. This really highlights the need of such programs like SWEEP to ignite the passion and to assist students to not only aspire to be entrepreneurs or to be economically active, but to be actual entrepreneurs. So because we had this overwhelming application of students that wanted to be part of the SWEEP executive, we needed to have a plan, a strategy of how are we going to follow the recruitment process. And I would like to give Sibabaliwe Zwide at that time, our secretary, who brought in her expertise from studying HR to really help us draft this recruitment process. The first stage was determine a selection criteria. Like Ma'am Karin said, that you need to really choose a winning team. So we had a selection criteria that we want this type of person, and we know we have specifications on the type of people that we wanted. We obviously opened up applications and we conducted interviews. So my role in conducting in stage 3 was to organize a panel. So we had a panel from external stakeholders that were invested in SWEEP, such as Andiso Matikane from BMF, and also some members from the Faculty of Business Management and staff members from the Madiba's Youth Entrepreneurship Lab to assist us in conducting these interviews. Sibabaliwe Zwide also assisted us in drafting questions that will ask these potential SWEEP chapter executives. After that, phase 3, we informed the successful applicants, and one of the stage 5, we actually wanted to implement this year, where we provide the new SWEEP chapter executives an orientation so that they better understand what SWEEP is all about, because we have certain templates that we need to follow. We don't just draft minutes anyhow. We have specific templates that we use for our SWEEP chapter. I would right now like to call upon Wanay Constable to share with us the benefits of participating in a SWEEP chapter. I would also like to note that Wanay Constable is the current Deputy Chairperson of the SWEEP student chapter at Nelson Mandela University. Wanay, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Thank you for having me. So there are many benefits to being part of the SWEEP chapter. I'm just going to name a few. Obviously, the list does go on and on. So first of all, being part of SWEEP, you are part of the sisterhood. You are able to meet with people who are in the same industry or like-minded as what you are. So you're able to network and build a sisterhood. And obviously, from building the sisterhood, you have people who can go with you into the future in terms of your business, and that way you guys can help each other. You're also then given the opportunity to promote your business as well as learn on how to start or improve your current business. So currently we have two WhatsApp groups. One that is where people have signed the membership form, and the other one is people who are planning on signing a membership form. And on a regular basis, we have young entrepreneurs who post their businesses and what they sell. And the amount of engagement that we are getting on this group is really phenomenal currently, because everyone wants to know what are your prices, where can I meet you, are you able to do this, are you able to do that. So we've already seen some sort of network start within the university in terms of promoting your business. And I must say, it really is an overwhelming feeling when you have to look at all these messages and see how different women within the university are supporting one another. And you're also being part of the SWEEP student chapter. You also gain good communication skills, you gain entrepreneurial skills, and you become more confident and find your voice. If I have to look back at when I started and when I was a treasurer last year to where I am currently, I've grown so much as a person and as a woman. And the amount of skills that I've learned, specifically maybe from my chairperson at the time, or even the co-chairperson, I must say that I've really grown as a woman, and in my own business space, I've also grown. So that's also one of the main benefits that I would say. So definitely, I would encourage everyone to join a SWEEP student chapter.
Thank you for that, Renee. From my side, I learned how to chair a meeting. So that's one of the skills that I didn't have. So now, well, yesterday I got to chair meetings. So I was like, oh, I learned these skills from SWEEP. So I'm like, yay. With that being said, who is launching their next SWEEP chapter? I know that Ndoni, Olwetu has been saying, Atli, I want to start with launching my SWEEP chapter at George campus. So Olwetu, you are next. I'd like to call up Olwetu, who is an aspiring chairperson of the SWEEP student chapter at George campus, to tell us why, where did the passion come from of saying, you know what, Atli, I'm going to George and I want to launch a SWEEP chapter, and why did you choose the role of becoming chairperson? Olwetu, over to you.
Hi, Atli. Can you guys hear me? Okay, cool. So, well, with regards to launching a SWEEP chapter in George, I was like, wait, we have a student chapter in PE, so why not have one in George also? So I saw it as an opportunity too, because especially from the skills that I learned from being in the SWEEP student chapter last year, and also seeing the way that Atli was handling things, because she was our chairperson and I was just a PRO. So I was like, let me just put myself to this challenge. Let me challenge myself in that way and see how far I can actually go, you know? So yeah, I took it on by the horns. I was like, yes, we are doing this. And also there are a lot of challenges that I faced when I was a PRO that I believed helped me to grow and develop as a student who's an aspiring entrepreneur as well, you know? And there's a lot of skills that I believe I'm still gonna learn in the role of being a chairperson. So as it's written next to my picture, that empowered women empower women, I am basically taking the women empowerment that I got from PE and I'm bringing it all the way to George. So yeah, that's just like Womanda, you know? So yeah, here's to more growth, to more of everything. And I really hope that PE and George will also be working hand in hand, because we are one after all, you know? And yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you, Ndoni. I'm sure everyone in the room is like, oh my goodness, I'm ready to start my SWEEP chapter. So I have literally summarized the steps to launch a sweep chapter in 10 simple steps. So if you were not listening, well, it's time to listen right now. Number one, you need to identify an entrepreneurship staff on your campus or a faculty staff member to assist you in overseeing the activities of sweep or to assist you in leading sweep. Number two, express your interest in starting a sweep chapter to Eddie so that they can keep record and they know who is starting a sweep chapter and identify, well, communicate with them if there's any help that you'd like to receive from Eddie, such as branding and all of those stuff. Step three, register the sweep chapter as a student organization according to your university's process. I am aware that different universities have different processes in making sure that this particular student society is recognized as a student organization. Step four, create a team and schedule sweep chapter committee member meetings. Yes, I did share the process on how to find a good team, but how do you sustain that team? Or how do you develop that team? It's basically ensuring that you meet, whether it be weekly or bi-weekly, so that you know that whatever plans that you have, everyone is on set and everyone knows what to do. So I'm really putting emphasis in scheduling meetings because that's where most of the work is done and you are able to track what is happening. Step five, create sweep chapter social media pages. We were in hard lockdown and we were not in campus, so we just had Instagram to communicate with students. So we used Instagram, we followed the trends, we used Instagram Reels, Instagram stories, and really because we are the Generation Z and they just want to know like what is happening, what's trending, we made sure that we become relevant, but still communicating the objectives of sweep. So yes, do create those social media platforms. Step six, attract students and inform them about sweep. So what we did is that we had our sweep scarves and our recruitment officer was really invested in communicating and telling people about sweep and attending events. That's one thing that we did as well. We collaborated with other student societies such as the Law Society. So we did not operate in silo, although we were a sweep student chapter, we still collaborated with other student organizations so that we can spread the word and say, hey, you might be in the law student society, but have you heard about sweep and do you want to be part of sweep? So we did collaborate as well. Step seven, host a sweep chapter recruitment event or information session. I do believe that this should be the first event that you host, the recruitment event, because that's where you are telling people about sweep and you get to recruit there and then, which leads me to step eight, recruit members. If you are going to be the recruitment officer, you need to have membership forms with you all the time, talk about sweep, tell people about sweep all year long, that this is what we do. That's what we had to do from April till December. We still explained to people what is sweep. Step nine was is create a database list of the sweep chapter members. So we had a database list where we would mail merge to communicate with students. We also used WhatsApp to communicate with our students and to also communicate the events that we had, because first preference was and is for our sweep members because they pay to join sweep. And then once you've made provision or allocated those students for to accommodated rather, sorry, to accommodate, once we've accommodated the students, our members, then we do extend the invitations to the university at large because we still wanted more members. Step 10 is to draft an annual plan of action for events and then you execute. So you don't just say, this month I want to host this event. So from the get-go, you need to say that this is how we want to host these events. This is how much we have in our budget, and this is how we're going to execute it. So those are the 10 steps that we followed. So if you are a student here and you haven't signed up to be part of the larger network of a sweep, I know Linda, you had this in your slides as well. But if you just joined in and you didn't get an opportunity to scan, if you didn't get an opportunity to register